everybody! Welcome back! Today's subject is going to be SCP-002. This is also known as the living room. Object class? Euclid. SCP-002 is a huge, humorous, fleshy growth that is in a formation of a low-rent apartment. I know that sounds absolutely bizarre, but as you can see, this thing is gross. It's about 60 meters cubed, and everything within the room appears to be made out of flesh, bones, woven hair, and other matters from a human body. And every single object has different human DNA. Now, as you can see, this one is pretty self-explanatory. Thankfully, it is currently contained. On the inside of the ball, it appears to look like an apartment. There are also windows, but they don't lead to anywhere, and you can't see them from the outside. And as I said, even though it's absolutely gross, everything is made from a fleshy bone and muscle material. Now, you may be wondering where SCP-002 gets this fleshy material from. Considering every single object is made of a different human DNA, the SCP Foundation has lost 7 personnel to SCP-002. These personnel mysteriously disappear while visiting or being a part of SCP-002, and miraculously, SCP-002 then creates a new item of furniture, so this is directly after every personnel goes missing. This response is only initiated when a human walks into SCP-002. They've tried cadavers, dead bodies, and animals, and there hasn't been any response like what happens when a human is present. Now, you may be wondering, what on earth is this creature? Where did it come from? It is definitely not natural. There is actually a report on this SCP about where it came from and how it actually was acquired by the SCP Foundation. This report is called the Mulhausen Report. This report details very briefly about what happened within the capture, transport, and containment of SCP-002. It turns out this SCP was found in a small crater in northern Portugal. Yes, a crater, where it struck Earth from orbit. So this thing is an alien. It's come from space. There is no other way to explain it. It was basically like a rock, so an asteroid, that hit Earth, and on the inside was this fleshy, weird stuff, which is now obviously SCP-002. A farmer found it and reported it, which then caught the SCP Foundation's attention because it was giving off a very small radioactive signal. The reason this report is called the Mulhausen Report is because the squad that was sent to contain SCP-002 was led by General Mulhausen. General Mulhausen successfully contained SCP-002 and performed initial testing with subjects recruited from a nearby village. 3 men were sent into SCP-002, in which case they disappeared. A termination order was then issued for anyone who had witnessed SCP-002. This is very standard for the SCP Foundation because we want to keep everything as quiet and under wraps as possible. Now, something strange happened that has actually been redacted from this report. We've only got information of when SCP-002 was transported to an SCP facility. On the way, 4 SCP security personnel were actually drawn inside SCP-002 in the containment container that they had put it in for the transport. As those poor security personnel had disappeared, 002 actually grew some new furniture within itself and started becoming what we know as the sort of apartment look of SCP-002. It was then successfully shipped to the SCP containment facility, but for some unknown reason that we are not aware of, maybe we don't have the security clearance, General Mulhausen was terminated because SCP-002 had to be re-secured by staff. This means that there was some sort of breach, or maybe it didn't get there on time. Maybe General Mulhausen had some other ideas of what he was going to do with SCP-002, but because of this, the security clearance has now gone up from a level 3 all the way to a level 4 after the Mulhausen incident. Now, it's nice with this one that we've got a little bit of background on where this creature came from, how they secured it, and obviously some of the trials and tribulations of getting an SCP actually secured, especially when you're dealing with not so perfect generals or team members who may have their own agendas for what these SCPs could be used for. The special containment procedure currently for SCP-002 is that it is kept in this sphere-like ball and it has to be constantly connected to a power supply, which actually keeps the SCP in this constant recharging mode, making sure that it isn't going too crazy or risking any sort of breach. If at any point the electricity does go down, it is safe to say that SCP-002 starts to grow and become a little bit more uncontainable. Because of this, as soon as it comes back up and that they can re-establish containment, SCP-002 has to be blasted with X-ray and ultraviolet light, which may reduce the amount of space that the SCP-002 is taking, and X-rays maybe cause some sort of tumorous effect to get rid of any of the extra SCP-002 that's causing any issues. Because of the Mulhausen report, obviously everything has been lifted to level 4, and because there is an unknown presence with SCP-002 that can make staff members willingly walk into 002, it means that there are a lot of psychological things that have to be considered when it comes to a breach or just trying to contain it. So any security member that does have to guard this area does have to be cleared by a psych evaluation, just to make sure that there's nothing going on or they're not actually going to walk straight into SCP-002 and cause more trouble. Well, I hope you guys liked this one today. I think it's quite interesting. It's a little bit more out there, and I love that we understand exactly where it came from and some of the really strange things that go on within the SCP Foundation itself in terms of staff. Please give this video a like if you have enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!